Hey guys, welcome back to Holistic Homesteading with the Hurst. I'm Megan, and I do videos on homesteading, homemaking, and a holistic lifestyle. And so one of the things that I group in with the holistic lifestyle and homemaking is decluttering my house. I cannot tell you how much better I feel and my family functions when my house is decluttered, organized, and we have intentional expectations with our stuff. So we just got through the Christmas season, and I have to say that I'm pretty ashamed at how our culture has just glorified stuff for Christmas instead of the reason that we started this tradition many years ago was to celebrate the birth of Christ. And now we've kind of gone really far out of that, and to be honest, we didn't even focus on the birth of Christ this year. It was, what are we getting it wrapped, decorating, stuff like that. And so I am ashamed of myself and our what we did this year. So anyways, with that being said, January is always a fresh start, and it kind of gives me motivation to declutter. And I really want to set within my kids that we need to be intentional with what we keep. If we're not using it, if it's too much, then we don't need to keep it. No, don't pull that. Don't pull that. So I am also the keeper of our home, and if I'm going to be the one that is putting the stuff up or having to remind them to put it up all of the time, then we're not keeping it. It's just too much. It's too much for me. And so I'm trying, like this year, to have in my mindset that we are going to be doing, treating our home like a business. And not in like the unloving way of a business, but better management, better training for my kids, the organization, the flow of it, so that I can have a peaceful home, they can have a peaceful home, we can do what we do best. I want to do more fun things with our kids, and it's just not very fun when you are constantly having to clean. And so anyways, if you are in that boat, comment down below to let me know that I'm not the only one struggling. So first off, I set for this year is my kids' room, because if you've not been around, we live in a 1-bedroom cabin at the moment. We are still looking to add on to our house. Hopefully this year, 2024, it will be finished. I don't know. We're still working on that. I have a 1-year-old handing me stuff. But I started in their room because their room holds most of our stuff, most of their toys, our clothes, their beds, and things like that. And I want them to have a comfortable atmosphere to sleep in. And I noticed that I sleep better when things in my area are clean. It's not cluttered. And also, like last night, their bedroom was spotless and decluttered and clean, and nobody woke up early. They all slept in. Well, I'm sorry, take that back. My son did get up at like 6:15, but I was up at that time and I may have woke him up. But nobody woke up in the middle of the night. So it was like so peaceful. And so I'm hoping to instill that the less stuff we have, the less we have to clean up, the better sleep we have, the better we feel. So I started here, and I started in our closet. So this is our family closet, and I got it organized. I have mine and my husband's stuff that we hang up on the top shelf. I have our kids' stuff that they hang up on the bottom shelf. And then we have sheets in baskets on the shelves. We have some things that I don't want my 1-year-old getting into of my 6-year-old stuff. They are on a high shelf. And then we have dress-up clothes for my son, dress-up clothes for my daughters, a baby doll basket, and then I think we have some like socks and shoes in there. So this was insane how much stuff was in here, and then how much stuff I was able to get rid of. So we took like 6 or 7 garbage bags full of toys, clothes, sheets, stuff that we don't need, that it's just cluttering up our closets, and I took them off to donate today. So I was also able to go through all of my kids' drawers. So each child has 2 drawers, and then we have it's one big deep drawer for diapers and like storage, bulkier things that won't fit into the smaller drawers. Those are in the bottom drawers. Now, what I did is I went through and I gave each child 14 outfits. That sounds like a lot. It was like 14 outfits and a few random pieces. And then they've also got the stuff that they hang up in the closet. So it's just amazing to me how many clothes they had before that. And so we went through and put in the new stuff that they got from Christmas and took out the stuff that didn't match anything else or was really stained or they just didn't like in general. Got rid of that. And now we can easily open and shut their drawers. That's not a nightmare anymore. So that was super helpful. I was able to clean off the top of their dressers as well and get that organized. Now I also went through their toys, and I have been working on this for about a year now on being intentional with their toys. Don't touch it, baby. Thank you. And I wanted to just kind of watch and see what they play with and get rid of anything that they don't play with. Yeah. I also wanted to try a new system. So I've heard of toy rotation before. I always thought it was like just something that they would have like in a Montessori home. And although I love the Montessori principle, it's just not realistic for our family. Like, we're not going to have just wooden, open-ended playing toys. We have a few of those, but a lot of it is cheap plastic stuff that they still enjoy playing with, and so I'm not going to completely get rid of that. So what I did was I took the toys that they have really enjoyed playing with, and I bought 3 pretty deep totes, and I divided those toys into those totes. Now, one tote is still empty because they got stuff for Christmas from their grandparents that live in Indiana, and we just physically could not fit it into our car. I don't really know what else to say about that. So I have saved one tote completely empty just to house that stuff. And we'll see what all they play with that. But I am going to rotate it. So on Mondays, I am going to take the stuff out that they have in their baskets, put it in a tote, and then bring a tote down from the top shelf and put those into the baskets. That way they are able to rotate their toys. They get to play with all of them, just not all at once. So it's not as overwhelming. Now, we will see how this goes, because that means that the Magnetiles, which get played with the absolute most, will be up for 3 weeks. And so they may decide that they want to just keep the Magnetiles out and get rid of some of the other toys that they maybe don't enjoy quite as much, which is completely fine with me. We will see how it goes. I'm still learning, and my kids are learning. We are trying to learn each other, and as they grow, their interests will differ, and yeah, so we are trying to be intentional though with the way that we do things.
Here, Mommy. Here, Mommy. Here, Mommy.
So when you run a household and you have a homestead, or even if you don't have a homestead, there are tons of things to do when you're a stay-at-home mom. And I want to be the best that I possibly can be. And that includes making sure that I am managing what's coming into my house and what's going out. And I don't want too much stuff to manage. The more children that we have, I don't know if we will have any more or if this is it. But 4 is you know, it can be a lot. And if each child is getting 1,000 gifts from each person, which is what it seems like at Christmas, and even though it was given out of love, it's just 4 kids times whatever amount that they each got can be overwhelming for us, or for me, for my husband, for my children. And so we're just trying to simplify things and be grateful for what we have and use the stuff that we have so that we are not so materialistic. I just don't want my kids to be materialistic. I am trying to get out of that myself. It's so easy to see so many other people have this stuff, or somebody buys you something and then you have guilt for, you know, I don't really like this, or it doesn't fit, or it doesn't really go with anything that I have going on, and so we shove it into a closet, or we put it out there just because we don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. And I just don't want us to be so attached to stuff. And I'm not trying, I hope that this doesn't come off as I'm not thankful for our family and friends that bought them things. I am so thankful that they have family that loves them and cares for them and wants to buy stuff for them. It's just difficult to manage everything, if you get what I'm saying. So I am gradually working my way through my home. We started in the bedroom. I will keep you guys updated and follow along throughout the rest of the house. But my plan is this year to spend, once I get everything decluttered, I am going to spend 15 minutes a day on one area and just making sure that it has only the stuff in it that we are using, we need, or we absolutely love. So I hope that this video is helpful for you if you are deciding to declutter at the start of the year, and or if you are just trying to take better care of your home and manage it well. So yeah, let's sign off here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.